Bear with me. Our ink colors today are Memento Black, Polished Pink, Tahitian Tide, and Granny Apple Green. How is that for non-traditional Christmas colors? All right, we are going to get started on our card. And I've done some pre-cutting because there's so many little bits and pieces for this set. I'm going to show you the inside of this set. This is a fence die. This is a snowbank. Then, of course, you have your house and your roof. There's suckers, clouds, trees. I'm not sure what this one is. I haven't even tried that yet. I don't know what it is. Then there's hearts, doors, windows, and a Christmas wreath. And then we have all the photopolymer stamps that coordinate with those dies, as well as some fabulous greetings. The greetings are, have a sweet Christmas, sending love from our home to yours. Oh yes, and there's gumdrops as well. All right, so our fun fold today. I'm just going to drop this off and show you what I did. This is a standard card base. Okay. Then what I did is I put it in my paper trimmer after it was 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. After I scored it and burnished the fold, I removed 2.5 by 4 1/4. I cut off the top. So this is what I'm left with. Okay. Easy peasy. Then I simply grabbed my deckled rectangles. And this is the largest one. And I just started working my way down. So we're going to grab some adhesive and we are just going to layer these two together. Maybe we will if we have any glue. Not looking good. Oh, maybe. Yeah, we just have a little. Oh, now we got glue for miles. Let's just spread that around. Squishy glue. And we're just going to layer that up, matching the edges as best we can. I'm going to bring that up close to the camera so that you can see those deckled edges. Aren't those cute? Something different, eh? And I am going to put this on the inside panel of my card. Same thing, just going to try to match our borders the best we can. Now, we are going to shove that. And I have a piece of polished pink DSP. And I once again cut that with a deckled rectangle, just because I wanted to continue the trend. I could have just used my paper trimmer. Well, actually, I did use my paper trimmer and cut it. And then I changed my mind and used the deckled rectangle. All right, so measure my borders there, keeping them as even as I can. Now, for the front of the card, I have 2 more of the deckled rectangles. And I just continued the trend with alternating the colors. And we will pop those together. Now, this next part is very important. You don't want to just put it on like this because you'll have a big turquoise area up here at the top. You don't want that. You want to keep your eye on these frames and to continue the pattern as best you can with these. But, and there's a but, my best thing to tell you is to flip it over, put it in place, grab a pencil, and put a mark. That way you know that you're only going to have glue down here. Because if you put glue up here, you're going to glue your card shut. And we do not want to do that. So we're just going to keep our glue on the bottom half. Once again, flip it over, line it up as best you can, and then press this in place. And how cool is that? Looks like you have 4 lined up there perfectly, but surprise. All right, now I have another deckled rectangle, but it's not, I just didn't take a die and cut it out. And I'll tell you why that is. Let me see if I can grab the right one. I think it's this one. Yep, it is. If you look at this up close, you will notice that, yes, I cut this out, but then I moved the die down like this and I shortened it so that it would fit in here and continue the pattern. Okay? And the only thing you have to make sure is that it doesn't show on the front when you put it in here. And this is just going to give us a nice place to write our greeting. So once again, just continue the pattern and pop that in place. Now all we have to do, my friends, is decorate. I have the smallest deckled rectangle here, and I am going to use Memento Black ink, and hopefully I will be able to stamp in this deckled rectangle. It just fits. So I'm going to bring in some scrap paper. It's the first time I've used this stamp. And as you can see, I got ink all over my fingers already. So I want to get this stamping well. And I want to get the ink off my finger. Let me get my chamois. There we go. I think we're good. Now, I'm going to stand up here and see if I can get right over the top of this. Center it. Straight. May the stamp gods be with me. Not too shabby. I'm okay with that. All right. Cover on the ink so I don't get it all over everything. And the first thing I'm going to do is pop that in place. And you might be thinking, well, why is she doing that? Well, that's going to give me the amount of space I have left to create my scene. Okay. So I am just going to glue this flat because there are so very many layers to this card. We don't need any more thickness. And same thing, just following the trend of spacing. All right. Now check out this cute little fence. Isn't that something? Love it. Love, love, love it. So I'm just measuring it up here as to where I'm going to cut it because it's way too long. All right. Now we'll make it pretty now that we've got the first cut. There we go. Don't need all those little bits. So there's our little fence. And then we have this cute little house that I stamped in polished pink. And then you see I have to go down a little bit. That's why I wanted that on there first. I did the roof in the turquoise. What's it called? Forget this. Tahitian tide. All right, so I'm just going to take some Tombow and maybe, I think it's time for a new bottle. This one's giving me grief. I am going to grab my silicone mat. if I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Right here, ready to go. All right. And I'm just going to glue that cute little roof right on there. And I'm going to do this flat. I was thinking I was going to do it on dimensionals, but I don't think I should. There we go. Just like so. Now, our cute little fence, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down here, grab my glue sponge, get some glue here, and we will add some glue to our fence. Just like that. Isn't that cute? Oh, of course, this one's going to give me grief. I didn't get glue on here. There we go. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Now, I have a couple of trees that should go on here. And in behind the fence, of course. And one more. Oops. All right. Now I have all of these suckers that I was also going to put on the front. I think I'm just going to put the turquoise ones. And I might put those on a dimensional. Isn't that cute? Love it. So I will use, oh, I got a little smudge in here. There we go. I am going to glue these flat on the inside. Maybe. And final one. There we go. Let's get all this stuff out of here so we can have a close-up look. Have a sweet Christmas. I think this calls for a little Winkastella. We're going to do our suckers inside and outside. And we're going to wink up the roof of the house. I don't know whether the camera's picking up all that gorgeous sparkle, but it is lovely. And I don't think I'm going to add anything else to that. I don't think it needs anything else. It's got a lot going on there already. So there is our fun fold with the Sweet Gingerbread bundle. And I used the deckled rectangles and just followed the pattern. Pretty simple, but really, really cute, I think. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this card. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Standard Time and Wednesday nights at 6:30. Hope you can join me again soon. Bye-bye for now.